guys, it's Ahmer here. So today I have something that I want to talk about. I often get asked, what do you think your insane collection is worth? What do you think the value is of all of this stuff? And would you ever sell your items? So today we're going to go ahead and talk about why I think my entire collection is worthless. So this has been a question that I often get asked, and I'm not new to this. So as I've been collecting for over 7 years now, and I've built a pretty insane video game collection by finding deals out there and kind of jumping in right at the right time before items have definitely skyrocketed in price, I get asked this all the time. What do you actually pay for these items? What do you value it at? And what do you think it's worth today if you were to sell this? Well, I always have something to say to all of these different people. So this collection is something that I'm proud of owning. This is something that I have dedicated a lot of time, effort, energy, and some money into this collection. Now, when you often get asked these questions, what do you think the value is? You kind of have to put yourself in a certain perspective. Are you a video game collector? Are you a reseller? Or is this just something that you just enjoy doing as like a little bit of a hobby? So you kind of have to put yourself in one of these perspectives. Now, of course, if I was out there as like a video game store owner or a full-time reseller or something of that, I would say that this collection has quite some value. But in reality, if you are a collector, you don't really want to sell this stuff. This is like your pride and joy. This is like your baby. This is something that you have kind of built. You have spent a lot of time and effort, putting all of this in. Where do you value your collection? Is this something that you value on a monetary level? Or is this something that you value for the nostalgia, the memories, everyone who comes over here and just gets that light in their eye when they're walking down the stairs into this game room and they see items that they used to enjoy. They just spark that joy by looking at these items. They find a game, they pop it into one of the video game kiosks that I have. They remember playing these games at the stores back in the day, bringing it home, opening it up on a holiday, and just going to town playing these games. So that is where I kind of value this collection at. Not really in a monetary sense, as I was always told, if you're building something to actually sell, there has to be a market for that item that you're willing to sell, and you have to be willing to sell that item. So the fact is, this stuff will probably never go anywhere. This is something that I'm just so prideful in, and something that is essentially worthless when it comes to a monetary aspect. Now, did I pay full retail for all of this stuff in this room? No, I did not. But is there a profit margin that I could actually make in today's time? Yes, there could be quite the market. But the fact is, this stuff will never leave my collection. So this stuff is essentially worthless in that way to me. So you have to ask yourself if you're a video game collector, a reseller, or you do a little bit of both. And then you have to try and figure out if you're in this, whole entire video game hobby as a person who wants to make money or someone who actually wants to enjoy these items. So as this kind of circulates around the video game collecting community or just the video game community, you'll see how some of this stuff is, essentially up for debate. Everyone is going to have their own, opinions on this. A lot of people always tell me all the time that I should just sell my entire collection and I should just move on because you can't take this stuff with you when you're gone. And I mean, that is the truth. You really can't take all of this stuff with you. But when I have people come over and they just enjoy this stuff, and when you're making friends out there in the communities, when you're going to video game conventions, when you're just chatting about some of your all-time favorite games, and the amazing deals that you find out there, that is what brings this community together. That is what essentially drives this whole entire community. And that is something that means the world to me. It means everything to me. So in a sense, this collection is worthless when it comes to monetary value, but it means so much more to me. And that is something that some people just can't understand, as they may or may not be in this for the right reasons. That's all debatable. And then we have seen this entire market kind of shift. So over the past however many years, you may have actually seen that there was an increase in Atari games for a while. Then those kind of, went back down. You've seen Nintendo go up. You've seen the Super Nintendo. You've seen the N64. You've seen GameCube. You've seen a lot of games just kind of go up in value. And then you've seen them come just a little bit back down. Even with the entire Pokemon craze. I remember a time where I could get like top dollar if I wanted to for certain cards and certain collectibles that I had in my collection. Then you saw that start to come back down a little bit. Now, will it ever go back down to, what it originally was? That may not be the case. Everywhere that you go today, everyone has a smartphone. Everyone has some sort of, social media. They have internet. So this stuff is so easy to look up in value. Why would you have a yard sale and not look up what you're selling? So everyone does that today. You're not really going to stumble upon a lot of those amazing deals that maybe there were back in the day. Technology has made it so easy for everyone just to look up a quick value, a rough estimate of what things are worth. But are they actually worth that? Or are they only worth it if people are going to pay that? So essentially, there may be a time where things start to come down just a little bit and other people kind of gravitate towards a more convenient way. But people who collect and enjoy this stuff, it won't make a difference to them if their collection is worthless or if it actually is worth tons of money. Because if you are a collector and you're enjoying the stuff that you have, do you really need to sell it at that point? So that is just something that I wanted to kind of throw out there and let you guys know that my collection is essentially worthless because two things are not met. This stuff is not going to be for sale, and is there a market for it? No one's going to buy it if it's not for sale. So what do you guys think about this topic? Do you want there to be a video game market crash? Or do you in fact just want the prices to start to go back down a little bit? Do you think that they ever will? Do you think that more and more people are going to get in this hobby? Or this whole entire business, if you look at it in that aspect, because of this entire potential gain that you can make? Or do you think that things will kind of shift as the time goes on and people get older and the nostalgia factor that they once had as a child or in their younger years are going to shift? Just like we've kind of seen through this entire thing. So let me know what you guys think about this. And make sure you guys stay tuned for more. Because I will have some updates on some goals that I have for the upcoming year. I will have my entire game room tour. And then I will have some big news for the upcoming year on how things are going to change in this game room here. Where everything's going to go. And am I completely out of room yet? So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos and stay tuned for more.